So you've been looking into real estate investing for any significant period of time now. You've no doubt heard the phrase cash flow being thrown around. Cash flow is important. We can all agree on that. The problem is not everyone can agree on what cash flow really means. Today we're going to define what cash flow is, explain how it works, and talk a little about why it's important to a successful investing career. First off, cash flow is a term used to describe how much money is left over after all the expenses are paid on a rental property. It's really that simple. The issue becomes slightly complicated when you take into consideration that not every person uses the same formula for calculating it. Some people take the rent, subtract the monthly expenses, and call that cash flow. This formula doesn't include random expenses you cannot see coming. Things like repairs, vacancy, and big ticket items need to be replaced, like roofs and air conditioners. The danger with not including these items is you may start spending the cash flow you've been generating, then find yourself without anything left to pay for repairs or vacancy. When others describe cash flow, they include every expense they can think of. Vacancy at 10% of the gross rent, even if vacancy doesn't occur in that area very often. Repairs at 10% of the gross rent, even if the lease says the tenant has to pay for repairs. The problem with this kind of math is it can make real estate investing appear to be unprofitable. If it doesn't look like it will make money, people won't put time into pursuing it. So, which is the right way to calculate it? What is cash flow? I find this question is only important if you understand why you're asking it. In general, there are two uses for cash flow. The first is to have extra money to spend. People who see cash flow this way are often looking to retire early. The real estate and need cash flow to supplement their W-2 income. The second is to protect your investment. People who see cash flow this way want to make sure they are making enough money to pay for the property's expenses, but that's all. They keep anything extra in a reserve account. This line of thinking looks for wealth to come through property appreciation and loan paydown, not through income the property generates. So who's right? Well, that's a complicated question. A lot of it depends on the person's financial situation, investing strategy, or the property itself. What you should know is it's important you get very clear with yourself regarding your purpose for investing. Do you want to retire early? Do you want a higher return on your savings? Do you want to hold long-term for huge appreciation gains? Do you just need a tax shelter? There are tons of things real estate investing offers, but none of them are a one-size-fits-all. Once you understand your purpose, it's much better to determine which kinds of properties you should be buying, how much you want to be spending, and what strategies you should be utilizing. Cash flow can mean different things to different people, but we can all agree on the fact it's the money you make from a property's rent after the expenses are paid. As you continue to learn more about real estate, pay careful attention to the formulas we use to determine how much a property will cash flow, or if it doesn't cash flow. As a general rule, never buy a property that doesn't cash flow unless you have enough income coming in that you can afford to run at a deficit for a long period of time. So to sum it up, number one, only buy properties that cash flow positively. Number two, know the reason why you're investing and what your goals are. Number three, understand that cash flow is not a standard term that means the same to everyone. I hope this video has been able to bring some clarity into a somewhat confusing topic. As always, please stay tuned for more videos and follow me on social media at DavidGreene24.